welcome to another edition of the Aftershow. And boy, we did a lot of traveling today, didn't we, Chris?
We did, yeah. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And as you can see in the background, our big Sheets sign here. We're filming this from Sheets because the weather wasn't cooperating on the outside. So we went and saw W.A.S.P and Armored Saint. Chris, why don't you give us the rundown of what your take of the show was?
I loved it. Armored Saint was incredible. I've never been able to see him. It was really nice to be able to check him out finally, and they definitely delivered. W.A.S.P came out about an hour later. Thin crowd to begin with that I expected, but it still was packed and a lot of energy. I made my way to about third row, so it was cool to see them close and feel the energy and feel the show and the dynamic. So a lot better than I thought. Really brought the first album alive. W.A.S.P was incredible, a lot better than they were the previous time I seen them, which was 15 years ago. So yeah, really great time. It was cool to revisit all the albums that stuff wasn't played from on the show that you guys all watched before. So, and if you didn't, go to the channel and check it out, our ranking of the W.A.S.P records. So yeah, great time. Really glad to be in Pittsburgh and a different venue in another city I haven't been in a while. So a lot of fun.
Yeah, I thought, because I haven't seen W.A.S.P 2 years ago, I felt that their performance this time was a lot better. Blackie's vocals sounded phenomenal because you could tell he was singing live. It wasn't, people are always questioning if he's using lip singing, but no, I mean, he has backing vocals in the mix and other stuff, but he does all the live singing. His band does all the background singing or takes over when Blackie doesn't sing. And you could definitely hear that and see that the way it was performed tonight. And I just thought it was great seeing that first album in its entirety, since it's my #1 album from W.A.S.P. And the fact that those songs I've never seen live, except for basically I Want to Be Somebody and maybe On Your Knees, that's about it. So to see great songs like The Flame, Hellion, and Sleeping in the Fire all live in their entirety, that was just a great thing to see. And then he comes back out and does the Electric Circus intro, and I could have done without the covers like The Real Me and I Don't Need No Doctor. Those are just lame. I would have loved to see more, maybe a couple songs from a couple of the later albums in its place. But of course he left everybody in great spirits by ending with Wild Child and Blind in Texas, as we know that was a great way to close out the show.
Yeah, for sure.
And Armored Saints, not really much of. I mean, I like them. I thought they've had a great performance. That was one of those bands that I never really got into or had any of their albums. But for what they did, they sounded really good, and I think they definitely were a great opening band. Much better than having to see any kind of a local opener or any garbage like that. So,
yeah, for sure.
And this is like the second time now, because last time W.A.S.P came, we saw them 2 years ago. They also had Armored Saint openings. I thought they were better this time, and other than their banner in the background not being lit up, I don't know why you got a banner if you're not lighting it up so people can actually see the name Armored Saint. And the other thing I didn't like was the lights for the W.A.S.P, the drummer. The drummer had these other series of lights right in front of him, so you couldn't really see the drummer at all. He was always getting blinded out with the lights in the front of him. So that was kind of weird. I don't know what that was all about. I don't remember that being like that the last time.
Another thing was merch. With lines that big, and they were big and long, they should be stocking up on their sizes and their shirts, and maybe some more designs, because there's a lot of people looking for it. So yeah, Armored Saint had some cool stuff, some signed stuff that I was able to pick up, some really cool designs, and a lot of it, all the sizes. So go check out a show if you can, because it really, really shocked me how great it was. I was not expecting it to be that good.
And like Blackie said, they're probably not going to ever do this first album in its entirety ever again. So
yeah, there's about
definitely,
songs.
if you want to see it, you got to get to it now. They've got a few dates left on the tour. So this is Chris and Joe from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, signing off.
See ya.